On today's show,
The streak is over. Long live the streak. We'll highlight some of the biggest winners from the Warriors' incredible start.
Brent Barry joins us to discuss Swaggy finally assisting Kobe, Memphis's championship window, and Dikembe's stanky leg.
And cut a rug, kid. You know we got weekend whoopsies for you.
It's Monday, December 14th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, Sweet World, and welcome to the starters. Whether you're listening to the podcast or you're watching us on NBA TV and or YouTube, we're happy to have you. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, is Tass Millis.
Did you know Flo Rida is from Florida?
To his right, the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Lele.
Lily, and last, certainly not least, checking your tweets, starters blog editor, Trey Kirby.
Guys, I'm here at the internet looking for your best tweets at #TheStarters, and that's where I found this delicious treat. It's a set of 4 Starters cupcakes. Comes to us from a fan by the name of Jaden Strauss, who told me he only ate the Lee cupcake. His brother ate the other 3. Must be a fan of Vegemite. But this is where you come in handy, people at home. Tell us your favorite Starters foods. Maybe it's Salisbury Skeets. Maybe it's lemonade. Maybe it's watermelon. Or perhaps some Trey Poupon. Whatever it is, tweet at us. Use #TheStarters. We want to know your favorite Starters foods.
Fascinating.
Great
Fascinating request and call to action there from Trey. All right, let's see them. #TheStarters. All right, we got Brent Barry joining us a little bit later in the show. We'll have a whole new edition of Weekend Whoopsies. But first, it had to end eventually.
I guess.
It had to end
It could have gone
eventually.
82-0.
On Saturday night, the Warriors win streak, it finally came to a close at 24 when they lost to the Bucks 108-95. It becomes the 3rd longest winning streak of all time in our books, behind the 71-72 Lakers and the 2012-13 Miami Heat. #one streak, one season. Look, a fun game, an unbelievable streak, a crazy accomplishment by the Dubs. And I think despite this happening on Saturday and it being Monday now, you got to put as much love as possible, support into this, shine as much light on it as possible because it's that amazing. So the question I throw at everyone watching and to you guys here is, what's the biggest sort of winner you think from, again, the 24-0 start, now the 24-1 start?
I mean, we're obviously all watching. The other people that were watching were coaches. I mean, they were watching intently because they can adapt their lineup and tinker their lineup because of the Warriors and their style of play. They have freedom to experience with their lineup. So we saw it this weekend. Dave Yeager sat Zach Randolph for the first time in years, and Memphis went small. You see the Pacers do it. You see the Hornets do it. You see traditional big teams going smaller because it's not just about playing small ball. It's about a way of playing basketball. And you watch the Golden State Warriors, and you can put a little bit of stock into sharing the ball, having guys just be able to do more things. And the more they win, as they won 24 in a row and coming off a championship, the more they can coaches can tell their guys, this is how we have to play, and put more stock into that rather than just slowing it down, that this way can actually win at all times.
Yeah, it's easy in theory though, because when you try to play that way and you're going up against the Warriors with that group of death that we talk about, I know that Harrison Barnes is not playing right now. Can you match that Warriors team?
Yeah, but I don't mean necessarily just small guys. I don't mean a 6'7" guy at center. I just mean passing more than you used to pass, doing more than you used to do. Just share the ball. That's what we can take from this. And yes, you have to adapt to what your personnel you have on your team.
Yeah.
That's what the Charlotte Hornets are doing. They're putting Nikola Batum out there, and Al Jefferson is hurt, so they're going smaller. That's what the Pacers are doing. They're going smaller because they sort of have to. If they had a better traditional 4, that's what they would do. But I think it's just coaches have more options or can tell their guys, let's play like them a little bit and tinker with their lineups and switch it up a little bit. And you see, especially a team like Memphis, who traditionally just goes big.
And
they don't shoot the three ball either.
Yeah,
so
we'll get to the Grizzlies a little bit later with Bones. It is sort of like the Warriors feel like the next evolution of the small ball from your D'Antoni Suns and then into the Spoelstra with Bosch, and he went big with him as his big there. Even the Spurs at times playing small ball, and that's the thing. Can you mimic or copy this? Not having Steph Curry or a guy like Draymond Green? I think the answer is no. But I understand what you're saying in terms of having guys out there that can just do a little bit more than just a traditional big go to him
just
and
to
go to
tinker
the block. You
with
don't
it.
need to do that.
Because if you have DeMarcus Cousins on your team, you go to DeMarcus Cousins in the post.
Right.
You adapt to your personnel. But if you don't have a complete style, change it up a little bit.
Big winner for me in this is us and you watching and everyone. I mean, it really is the fans.
Absolutely.
The Warriors streak made like late November and early December games appointment viewing. And I'm sure a lot of people out there, and a lot of people are basketball fans watching this show, but I'm sure you had maybe your casual fans, your friends or your family contacting you through text or Facebook saying like, when will this end? Because with every win, it became more and more appointment viewing. When will they lose? Is it possible? How will they lose? It was just, that's what made it so much fun. And again, this is early in the season. This is what happens in the playoffs, not usually at this point.
This has been the best advertisement for League Pass that could possibly have happened, because this year they adopted that new program where you can buy one game. And Adam Silver was on radio saying last week that he's seen a huge spike in numbers from people around the world trying to watch the Warriors and just trying to watch this streak. And it's just really brought more attention to the game, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah, fans are definitely winners because the NBA continues to innovate. We saw that camera that you could click online and watch Steph Curry warm up pregame, because people go down to the arena to tune in for that, to
and
watch
those stats were then being tracked as well, the shooting stats, which is crazy.
Which was a little disappointing. Steph going 30 for 60 from 3 in warm-ups. You'd expect a little bit better, right?
Game stats.
Exactly. But people go down to the arena to watch Ray Allen, for instance, warm up and do what he does. And obviously, watching Steph has become an event. Thousands of people.
Right.
And it's cool to be able to click and watch Steph like you're actually there. I mean, the fans were definitely winners.
And it's going to do that in Oakland as well now. They're going to let the fans in
possibility.
earlier so they can watch Steph warm up.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Why not?
What about you, Lee? Who's a big winner again over this Warriors? You know, the 24 straight wins.
Draymond Green showed that he's worth every cent of that 5-year, $82 million contract he kind of held out for in the summer, because he's been their best defender. He's their second best player overall. He's their emotional leader, their glue guy as well. You know, that even sometimes now you still see him get a little rattled and he's talking, gets the odd tech foul, but that's what they kind of need on their team as well, a guy like him. He's 7th in the league in assists.
Yeah.
That's incredible for a guy who plays whatever position he plays, he's out there sharing the ball. His scoring numbers haven't gone up hugely from last season, but his impact on the game has just been so important for what the Warriors do. He's getting a steal a game, a block a game, a three-pointer a game. He's going to the All-Star game.
He's going to the All-Star
sure.
game. I mean, we can lock that in at this point, can't we?
A guy who's scoring 13.9 points per game is assuredly an All-Star.
There's not many players in the league who are as versatile on defense as they are on offense. And, and I mean, he can step out, knock down that three, he can drive, he gets to the free throw lane, his percentages are pretty good. He's having an incredible season.
And he is sort of like a quote machine too throughout this whole streak. You know, he's always got a great line. Even when they lose, he's, you know, all good things must come to an end here. Now they move on. And this is what the whole thing from this streak, now that it's over, it'll be interesting to see how the Warriors tackle games and rest and all that going forward. Because of course, there's still the whole 72-10 Bulls record back in
still
96.
in the sights.
I mean, that's going to be ongoing until they lose 11 games. We'll be talking about that all season long. Trey, what about you? Big winner from the streak.
Well, not only are the Warriors the best team in the league, they've been the best celebrating team in the league because they've had an entire season's worth of highlights to celebrate in 25 games, and they've celebrated basically all of them already. They celebrate threes, they celebrate dunks, steals, layups. I've seen them celebrate an inbounds pass. There it is right there. Pretty crazy stuff, but I mean, they've earned it, and I think that when you're a champion, and you're playing as well as they are, it's a lot more fun to have fun out on the basketball court. And it's like having really 8 hype men if you watch their bench. It's like 8 Flava Flavs over there going crazy every time something good happens. Andre Iguodala, to me, has been the MVP of the celebrations. Just coming up with moves we've never seen before, really. Fun stuff.
And again, all of these clips we're showing you are from this year. It's like a little over a quarter of the season. That's all from this year. And they had a lot to celebrate about.
It's fun. They do it for the Vine. They do it for the Instagram. They don't stop.
Yeah. What about one more here before we take a break?
One more. The very, very confident fans in Milwaukee, not Warriors fans, the Milwaukee Bucks fans that came into the arena with shirts that said 24-1. Very presumptuous to say that you're going to beat a team for the first time, but this ultimate fan squad, as this section is called, came into it maybe a little irrationally confident, but they walked out with their heads held high after wearing these T-shirts. I mean, maybe they put on the T-shirts after the first quarter and it was a close game. The cameras didn't pan to them in the first quarter. No, they had them on the entire game.
It is incredible that in a weird way, it almost took 3 teams to beat the Warriors. You know, the Pacers coming back earlier in the week, and then Klay tweaking his ankle, and then you saw the Celtics taking the double overtime, and then the Bucks. You know, some scheduling help there.
Don't give the Pacers any credit.
Okay, a little bit. All right, when we come back, Brent Barry joins us in studio to play Game of Bones.
Skeets and Taz and Trey and Lee, I'm so glad they invited me to the Bone Zone. If you want
Back with the starters into the Bone Zone. There he is, two-time NBA champ, Brent Berry.
Hey guys,
Bones.
Hey,
nice to see you.
Brones.
nice to see you.
Yes, thank you.
That song gets more angelic every time.
It really does. It really does. All right. Well, thanks for joining us as always, Bones. Got a fun new segment here for you today,
Yes.
and it's simply called Game of Bones.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, Trey, how does Game of Bones work?
Well, I'll give you guys a topic. There will be 2 specific answers you can choose from. Write them down on your board. Lee, I like going off script. Don't even try it this time. Our first topic, after 3 seasons and 451 minutes on court together, Nick Young finally dished his first assist to Kobe Bryant this past weekend, hitting the Mamba for a transition 3 against the Rockets. Is Swaggy's first Kobe assist pretty cool or pretty weird?
Okay.
be both.
Pretty cool or pretty weird? Yeah, that's Lee's go-to saying.
It could be both.
All right.
That's pretty weird.
Well, you're
in my book.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh,
Whoa, that was a
Changing
quick
his
change.
answer.
That's weird.
quick
Got-
change.
I didn't.
weird.
I'm screwing it up.
He's
You're
already breaking
on.
the
Get him
rules.
out of here.
He's going off the board. I guess
All right.
it's his game. He can do what he wants.
That's true.
Why? Why is it cool to you?
Look, Swaggy averages 1 assist per game for his career, which is over 500 games. So it's pretty cool that he gets it to Kobe, who's shooting horribly this year for a 3-pointer in transition. I think it's great.
That's the odd part about it all. That's where I was going. Lee stole my thunder with regards to that. You've now woken the dragon. No, it's weird that
Yeah,
you
it is
can't
weird.
find. I mean, that you can't find the guy once.
Look, Swaggy's not John Stockton, though, okay? He's not out there looking for a dimes. He's out there to shoot the ball.
What's weird about it to me is asked after the game, about it, he gave credit to the shoes he was wearing. And if you haven't seen the shoes Swaggy P was wearing on Saturday when he got his first assist to Kobe, he was wearing the Yeezy, the
Those fly
750
kicks, though.
Boost, which, Trey, correct me if I'm wrong, you're the soul man here, not an athletic.
No,
Really
definitely
sneaker.
not. Those have zippers on the inside that you're supposed to leave open to let your pants stack up. I mean, it's a cool look, but never expected to see these on the court unless it was Kanye himself.
Yeah. By the way, did you switch up your shoes often when you played? Did you have a brand new pair of shoes every game?
I like to wear them till they
Oh, you did?
fell off.
Oh, okay.
I also didn't have an elaborate shoe deal, so
No.
I kind of had to take what I was given. But no, I like to wear mine. I don't know. I love to
work
when
'em
they're
in.
Yeah, they were
Work 'em in.
A little
broken in.
Matt Bonner.
Absolutely.
The Matt Bonner. All right, next one, Trey, what's up?
Well, following losses to the Hornets and Heat this past weekend, the Grizzlies have dropped 4 of 6, and there are rumblings of discontent in the front office and among the coaching staff. Things are bad in Memphis right now, guys. So tell me, is Memphis's championship window open or closed and 0 other choices? Open or closed?
All right, open or closed on the Grizzlies.
I know.
Wow.
I know the popular thing is to say closed, but
Well, Bones
I'm
goes
not giving up.
closing. So what do you mean
Closing.
by that?
It's not closed quite yet.
No, because this team's sitting at 13 and 12
Yes.
so far this season. A lot of teams in the West have not found themselves and are trying to establish a little bit of their identity. This team knows their identity. They know who they are. It's a matter of getting in touch with that identity. And so far, they haven't been able to do that. The weird part about it, or should I say odd, but pretty weird, is the way the Grizzlies have lost games this year.
Yeah.
They've lost 10 of those 12 games by 10 or more points.
Yeah.
They've gotten smashed at home, which
Yeah.
just hasn't happened for years. You've gone into Memphis and just taken one in the shorts. They are not able to close out teams. So that's been the alarming part. Bad offense, bad defense, and just have not gotten back in touch with who they are. And that is
The
playing
defense
on
is
that end.
super alarming. When they came on the scene, when people were like, "Whoa, the Grizzlies are good," 2011 or so, it was because of their defense.
Yeah, we
The
know,
grit and grind.
but we know all the other reasons why Memphis didn't get over the top on other
Sure.
teams. There are plenty of those to list regarding their offense and what they did, but that reliance on their defense made them who they are. They've not found that
They're
at all this year.
25th.
Yeah,
25th
the other
in the
part
league this
about it
year.
is they don't have the up and coming players. That's the reason why they put the IMG in there. Is that I don't know who it is moving forward that Memphis ends up being because they're just getting older. There's no young players
Yeah.
that they brought along over the last couple of seasons where they say, well, that guy's developing in the system.
Right. There isn't.
Why do you have
there
any
isn't
faith,
anyone.
though?
Why open? Why open?
Yeah.
Because they haven't found their identity quite yet. But it's not like Mike Conley is over the hill. It's not like Marc Gasol. Their two best players are over the hill, but they haven't been themselves whatsoever.
Right.
It's a little alarming.
It's alarming that
they've
they
lost-
that
just-
Tony Allen
Yeah.
and Zebo. I
Yeah.
mean, Jaeger's trying to do anything he can. He's bringing them off the bench now.
you walk into that locker room, I'm sure, and they just don't know who they are coming out of that locker room, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
just it's different now.
But at this stage of this team's development, they should know exactly who they are.
sure.
They've been playing
That's
together
why
for
it's
such
close.
a long time.
I'll go Game of Thrones and say chaos is not a pit, it's a ladder.
Oh.
Just throwing out lines.
Wow.
Right? Just
what season is that? I don't know.
Final one here, Trey.
Final topic. Over the weekend, commissioner and best boss in the world, Adam Silver, blasted a gram of Dikembe Mutombo hitting the stanky leg at the NBA holiday party in New York. When it comes to Dikembe's stanky leg, no, or yes.
Oh man, this,
No, that's
this
no,
is-
or yes. Those are the choices.
Yeah.
Come on.
I wish we could say yes in all the languages that Dikembe
Yeah.
speaks. We would be here for
We, the only one I know.
Yeah.
Are you going to go down to the Hawks Arena on Monday when Silento is there performing?
I wish I could be there. I'll be here working, but maybe I'll hear the crowd erupt once this song hits. And I'll tell you what, that is arguably, you could say that's the longest stanky leg ever performed.
Real
You
stanky.
got some moves, Dikembe.
It's very sticky. You played with Mutombo
1 year
for
in
1 year.
Houston.
Any
Any-
great Mutombo stories you can share quickly?
I'll share it quickly. The whole year he called me John. Because he played with my brother John in Denver.
All right. Well, John, thanks for coming on. As always,
You're
we
welcome.
appreciate it. Brent Barry, everyone. We gotta take a break. When we come back, get excited, and I mean really get excited because we got a brand new edition of Weekend Whoopsies. Back with the starters. Earlier in the show, Trey Kirby asked you for your favorite starters foods. Really, your favorite starters food puns. Trey, you got a few over there.
Yeah, Doug Schomer says, starters foods? How about a tray full of mesquite smoked ribs with a hot mug of cocoa with marshmallows? Wow. Tim Hiley says, how about tass mussel stew? I don't know what that food is. And finally, Harry simply says, broccoli.
Oh, that's good.
Smart.
What do you mean? It was
Smart,
muscles. It was muscles.
Yeah, but what
Mel-
the tass mussels?
Nellis, mussels.
mussels,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's good.
Throw some molasses
All right,
on it. It'd be delicious.
It's Monday here. Let's get to the weekend whoopsies.
Against Orlando, LeBron took one right in the kisser. I mean, he just wasn't ready. Get your hands up.
Stunned there, too.
He really was. It was
okay.
Down
All right.
goes Bron. Same game. This one didn't hurt him as much. Elfrid Payton tried to wrap him up and won, and LeBron says, get off me. Get off me, a little bug. A little mosquito bite there. Elfrid Payton's huge.
This dancing kid at the Celtics game, looking at the camera and just,
Oh, he knows he's a great
oh
dancer.
yeah,
Hey,
oh yeah,
90%
he knows
of
it.
dancing is in your face. This proves it right here.
Oh,
I don't know, he's using his body a lot.
Maybe 85%.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Get out of the
got a
way,
little-
striped shirt.
He's got all the moves, man.
He's got a little duck face,
Got
got a
the
little dab.
Saturday's great moment here between Coach Pop and Coach Bud. Bud, they got killed, so he's gone. And Coach Pop, he's like, hey, see ya. No.
A
All
walk-off.
right. Okay.
Game's
well,
still going, coach.
no, don't worry about it.
Andrea Bergnani goes up for a shot right here. He doesn't shoot it.
Whoops.
Turnover. This hurts. This is painful. He's got an open shot.
He sometimes just forgets how to play basketball.
That
All right, also on Saturday, Brook Lopez gets the very rare lane violation on a technical free throw. Yes, he's talking to the ref about an illegal defensive call while CP3 is at the line. So CP3 missed, but he gets another shot, knocks it down. Can't be within the three-point line.
That's rare. Here are the C parts for Steve Blake. That's gorgeous stuff. Lavoy Allen closes the gap, closing it. Open!
Yeah.
And they just forgot to play defense right here.
Nice fake, Steve Blake.
Nice rhyme, Trey. Nah, I can't do it.
Saturday, I guess a weekend whoopsie to the scorekeeper of the Warriors-Bucks game, Gianni Antetokounmpo, picked up his triple-double, his first triple-double of his career. But the problem here, we're showing you the two plays. That's not the Greek Freak
Nope.
passing the ball, but the Greek Freak gets credited for these two assists. That's Michael Carter-Williams.
That's an assist as well.
Yeah, what's going on here?
That's terrible. This is also terrible. Dwight Howard passes it to his old teammate, Kobe Bryant.
Now that's an assist.
For the three.
Yeah, good pass.
trying an outlet, or maybe he thinks he's on offense. Pass it out for another 3 to his old teammate. Just like old times. No, not really.
On Sunday, Russell Westbrook, he pops the inbounds pass off the back of Rodney Hood, sends it back to himself, and nails the buzzer beater.
Wow. Anytime you see this, it's usually off the guy guarding the inbounds, not
Yeah.
a guy just standing
Yeah.
to the
That's
right.
incredible.
somebody else, yeah.
I mean,
And
it
it
was more
counted.
than 0.7 seconds, but still.
And it counted. Amazing.
We also had wedgie number 15 on Sunday. Check this soft tip by Nerlens Noel. It's a gorgeous, gentle tip. Every wedgie is a snowflake, and that one's pretty rare
Yeah,
too.
good respect shown by both teams there. Let it breathe.
I
Have to
feel
zoom
like
in.
teams are getting a bit better
Yeah.
at just letting them hang up there.
That's a 2 wedgie weekend for Nerlens Noel, back to back, Friday and that one. Nice.
Amazing. Amazing. All right.
15.
15 total wedgies, 50. Oh, it's in play.
We're coming for you,
35
50.
to go.
One more break. When we come back, Lily's very solid play of the night. We'll see how we did with our picks and make some new ones. You're watching The Starters. Back with The Starters, a look at tonight's picks. We are picking between the Clippers and Pistons. Trey, the only one taking the road Clippers.
Nervous.
3 of us here at the table will take the Pistons. You see the totals for the month of December at the bottom of your screen there. We got a close, tight race, which is nice. And wow, I'm over 500. That's rare. All right, tonight on the network, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, it's the Suns visiting the Mavericks. A little Western Conference battle there. Bledsoe, Zaza getting ready. Game 7, baby. No, it's not. It's not. All right, Lily, where are we going for your very solid play tonight?
I'm going back to Friday night, and it was a great weekend for Nerlens Noel. He picked up 2 wedgies, but he also picked up the very solid play for this defensive effort against Andre Drummond. Absolutely refuses to let him get a shot up. Look at
Jeez.
that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then the best one, Drummond thinks, all right, I'm going to get this one up, and Nerlens says,
No, get out.
Noel, and that's what I call a very solid defensive play.
Yeah, the very rare defensive
Shout out to
VSP.
producer Matty O for helping with that one.
I like it.
Lee, we got a sign.
Oh, yes, we do. This one comes in from DJ Pribblescribber, who was out in Boston on Friday night with the hashtag one streak, one season. Didn't quite pull it off the Celtics, but they very nearly did. Great job, Joey. Fantastic.
Keep the signs coming. Tweet us, hashtag the starters. That's it for us tonight. Stay tuned for game time. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Set those DVRs now.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And remember, short-term goals keep you out of long-term holes.
Brace the night, people.